The time is now. Let's make this moment let it young. The time is now. Let's make this moment last. Give up yourself onto the moment. The time is now. Give up yourself onto the moment. Let's make this moment last.
Right, well, we're back at it anyway. We're restarting this session in the middle of the interlull, which is always great and very exciting. Obviously. And yes, I'm not not signing any other people. These are all fucking weird. Why he's asking me to sign to recruit people? The place is fucking full. Right, okay, so we're good here. Nice. Okay. So, but while we have this little bit of a lull in the action, we do there is opportunity to make transfers to do business. Have you got any more business left on your radar, Dave? You've retooled your strike force for a start.
Yeah, so I've gone a bit mad, right? I've got the Brazilian lads away on internet. Most of them are on international duty, with Brazil. So what I've done is I've signed in what would be my style of football and the way I want Liverpool to play and the type of players that I want. So at the back, not much has changed. Still use Finnan, Carragher, Agger, Reese. I have signed Naldo, a young Naldo.
Yeah.
From Werder Bremen, who's doing okay. He's doing all right. He's getting there. He's young. He's only what? Well, he's not young. He's 25. So
Young for a defender, I suppose.
he's a towering defender with a bald head who can head a ball. So
he's perfect.
He's perfect. Exactly what I want in a centre half.
He's absolutely fine.
Alexander Pato on loan. Not a fan of Fernando Torres. He doesn't work in my system.
He's let you down a little bit so far.
He has let me down quite a bit. So, in turn, I brought Robbie Keane back to the club, who has been banging in the goals because he knows exactly what I want. He's a good lad. He's Irish, and he is doing the job for me. He is banging in the goals, and at 27 years of age, plenty of juice left in them legs. The magical, spiteful, and absolute wonder that is Ricardo Vazquez was signed on loan with a view to a permanent move from Bolton, which has been despised by every Liverpool fan the world over, and I have had great fun proving them all fucking wrong. Which has been a phenomenal feeling. At the moment, let me just check if I can get his records up here. So in the league, overall, actually, in all competitions, he's got 12 goals in 19 games and 3 assists, which is not a bad return. He's now worth 11 million. That's not what he was worth when I got him. So, yeah. Wanarango was a little bit of a scouring Venezuelan kind of cheap option. I got him for next to nothing, really. As an experienced attacking midfielder. Ryan Babel and stuff, and Yossi Benayoun, and again, just one of those players that wasn't doing it for me. But again, his value is now shot up as well. So, yeah.
Because the team is doing well, that's all it is. Like, it's like if the team does well, everyone's like market value.
I mean, Marcelo's another one. Obviously, you know how good he becomes in reality, but he has been really good. He is another loan with a view to a permanent fixture within my squad. Dirk Kuyt, again, he's away on loan potentially if he ever accepts contracts. Same with Alvaro Arbeloa. But what about you, Jonathan? You've been pretty active in reshaping that squad until You
Eh,
realize they were all from the African continent.
I shockingly enough, I did realize they're all from Africa. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that 2008 was a fucking leap year. So that was my mistake. I know, like, in fairness, it's actually not that bad because at the very least, I do kind of accept that, like, once you have the squad depth, it's
Yeah,
kind of all on really. Um, by and large, though, I would say we're in quite good nick. Like we can typically we would have been able to afford to lose Drogba, Kalou, and Sen to international duty, and John Obi Mikel, actually, I should say. So actually missing. I think we are missing one more player, but I think he's on loan. I think it's Boularus. I think he's playing for Morocco. But it's no, actually, I'm missing one more. Who else am I missing in this equation? Da, 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 da. Missing Sen, John Obi Mikel, Solomon Kalou, Didier Drogba. I'm probably having a complete mindfuck here, but anyway, yeah. So we have a couple of players out on international duty anyway, and it would be fine if we just didn't have a couple of players injured in the meantime.
sure.
Um, what I have been doing in terms of the squad is basically shifting out a couple of the squad players for younger replacements. So,
Yeah,
for instance, I've got Thiago Silva in for a nice cannon signing, and he was a phenomenal replacement for. In fairness, we actually just kind of needed a centre back anyway. But I was looking at the likes of Gary Cahill and a couple of other decent centre backs around the time. Just got
yeah,
priced out of the Gary Cahill one. Um, in terms of so I've sold Alex to Real
yeah.
Madrid. I've done that in this window,
That's
and I
really
do
good. Yeah.
have um I do have a replacement planned. However, his work permit is taking a little bit of time, so that should be a clue as to how far out he's coming from. Um, I have also made the very difficult choice of selling Claude Makelele, but he was unfortunately in the autumn of his career. Got good money from him, to be fair, from Inter, and replaced him with Nigel de Jong. Jonathan de Guzman's in to replace Michael Ballack, who's out for the season with injury. And my strike force is pretty good. Claudio Pizarro has kind of earned his squad back, or his place in the squad, although he's still transfer listed. So if I can get a chance to replace him, I will. Just same thing again. I just want like some marginally better squad players. Just
Well,
different options.
I will say
That
we
sort
do
of
have
stuff.
some transfer activity already here.
Mm.
With one of my players actually
Oh, go
at
on.
the end of his contract. So as of the 30th of June,
Mm.
Sami Hupia will be joining Leon
Interesting.
at the end of his contract, which is fine. I mean, he's going to be 35 by the time he goes there. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I
yeah.
suppose it's. I think you can. I think you can accept that one. In fairness, that one's okay. You
Yeah.
can live with it. Yeah.
Players to transfer list. I'm getting a recommendation from my backroom staff to transfer list Harry Kewell, who may run down his contract if not sold. So let's list Harry
Okay.
Kewell because yeah, that's a
Has he
fair
has he
fair
has he
assessment.
featured much for you this season? Because he's been kind of like a squad player from what I can hear. And
Yeah, he's been a
anecdotally,
squad player, but again with the introduction of Sydney Govou,
mm,
um, and Ricardo Vazte often sometimes playing on the left, there's not an awful lot of room for him. There's a couple of players on the bench who I'd rather use anyway because Ryan Babel's actually doing a better job.
yeah, he seems to be your kind of Pizarro in a sense where you want to get rid of him, but he's actually
Yeah.
earned your love again a little
So
bit.
Jack Hobbs has been recalled from loan because Burnley have not been playing him. So another
Yeah,
one, another
yeah. I
one I
was
have to get
was
back
gonna
out there.
involve either Van Aanholt or Ryan Bertrand from their loans, but to be absolutely honest with you, Wayne Bridge has been doing exceptionally well as our only left back. Um,
He's been doing all right for you actually.
he's been actually, do you know what? Out of all of our squad players, I've actually been thinking of him most impressed with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a toss up between him and Pizarro, really. Like I said, the only player really that has not performed for me overall in this season has been Makaleli, and I think it's
Yeah,
only because, like, as I said, I like the job that he does. Like, if I had Claude Makaleli when he was 24 as opposed to 34, I'd be unbeaten. I'd be winning the league. I wouldn't have lost out the points, but like I said, like with the other midfielders that are there between Sen and Mikel and Ballack and Lampard, I'm absolutely fucking golden. As I said, it's just unfortunate that they lost Ballack because he was by far and away my best player this season until he had the injury. Drogba has
Really
been
unfortunate.
quietly putting away the goals, kind of way where I don't think he's had
Yeah.
like an actual match-winning game, but he's had solid matches. Oh, hello. Newcastle have hired Gary Cook to be their new manager. Well, that
Hmm.
seems like a bad appointment. That seems like a
Well,
terrible. That seems like a terrible idea.
so okay. Managing director at City Birmingham, now manager of Newcastle.
Yeah, sure. That's gonna go really well. Good for him. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Juventus have signed Godwin Antwi from Liverpool. Who the fuck decided that?
Wasn't he in your under 21s, as I recall?
Yeah, well, who the hell decided to let him go?
Uh, you? Question mark?
No, I put him on loan to Hartlepool.
You might want to have a word with the directors on that one then.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I said, I'm still looking to try and like shift out a couple of other squad players that I don't think like are gonna really help me out here. So again, I've got Belletti transfer listed. Hopefully, I can get another Rafinha like ring back to replace him. Um, I think I have my eye
That's
on
another
one.
player that's probably been one of your players of the season, actually.
Rafinha, absolutely.
Mhm.
Like by far and away the best sign. Like I think he's like in a weird way, like he was like it's proven that he was a player before his time because even in this playthrough, like this is still the era of the fullbacks.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Alvaro Arbeloa is moving on loan to Olympique Lyonnais.
well, Dave,
Ha!
I can now confirm I do have my now have my new centre back.
Ooh, Remy Garda is my new scout.
Former
Well,
Arsenal man.
there you go. Sorry, you're centre back.
My centre back. And again, I can now I can get approval from the court if he refuses. Um so my new centre back, I think he's arriving now shortly. Uh he's 23 years old, coming in from Zenit St. Petersburg. He is Slovakian,
Ah,
big ball head, lots of
yeah,
tattoos.
yeah.
Martin Skirtle.
Oh, nice,
Now you
nice.
can't tell me that is not a player perfectly designed for the chaos and anarchy of Chelsea.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with him going to Chelsea. I feel like you
Well,
should loan him to me. Just
you can go and fuck off. You're getting nothing. Holy shite. Although his first act is actually going to be featuring in the FA Cup against Villa, so we'll see how good he actually
Yeah,
is.
I've got a Merseyside Derby against.
I only
Well, it's
only
a
cost
Merseyside
me
Derby.
£2 million. That's all it cost me.
What? How much?
2 million. That's all he cost me.
Two.
Two. Two
2 million.
million. That's all. Yeah. So what I've actually done is I've actually made about um I made about I made basically made 3.5 million off the
Yeah,
Alex deal, replacing with a player just as good as him, but a couple of years younger and with a higher
fair,
ceiling.
fair.
That's what we call Moneyball.
That'll do.
Yeah. Tal Ben is registered a 9 on in the training on his training performance.
He's working hard to keep himself in that team.
Not sure why. I still fucking hate him, but however, sorry about you, boy.
Oh, Jacobs is off to Rangers now. Okay. Aurelio away to Juventus.
We've got a lot of young
All
players.
the best to you. And that is Olympique Lyonnais to sign Sami Hupia, confirmed on the 1st of July 2024. You're Man United's under 18s top of the league. I'm not happy about that.
In fairness, actually, around this time, United had a pretty decent youth setup. Like they would have had the likes of Makeda and Cleverly
So
and all the other lads in the setup.
they're under 18s currently.
Hmm.
They boast, let me just double check. So Man United is under 18s. Federico Makeda, Oliver Norwood, Magnus Wolf Ikram, Joe Dudgeon, Connor Devlin, Nicky Jose, Chris Curran, Oliver Gill, Kenny Strickland.
Okay, so probably not as good as I remember.
Fuck man.
Well, maybe Dave, your 20 under 21s need to step up. Have you ever think of that?
Oh, my
Like the
under
reason,
21s need to step up as fucking right, Jonathan.
but you know why? Because all my under 21s are out in fucking loan. They're actually getting proper. They're playing man's football. That's what they're doing.
But my under 21s are, yeah, all of mine are currently on loan as well.
Yeah, that's what I say. The reason why they're doing so shit is because they're
Yeah.
the ones left behind.
Dean Bazanis is still a 5-star potential.
Yeah, that'll fucking dry off very quick.
17 years old.
Like, that will boil off very fucking quickly, I can assure you.
How's my wee lad from Monaco doing at Charlton? Well, fuck me, right? I was doing all right. Jesus, he is developing very nicely, Jonathan. Fuck
Mm.
me. So, Kevin Monet Paquette that I signed from Monaco for
Oh yes, your
a
little pet
million
project.
pounds.
Hmm. Not sure. Yeah, I don't really check the loans overall to see how these lads are getting on. I do get the emails in and like, here, these guys are doing great. It's like
I
that's
check my
grand.
I
Not my
check I
problem.
check my 5 and 4 star potentials
Yeah.
because
Um.
if they can get there, then they're worth keeping an eye on.
mm. Let's see. Michael Essien doing well. Let's
Danny
see.
Pacheco. Oh, hello, Danny Pacheco. How are you, lads? Jesus Christ. What have you been up to?
Yeah, this time Liverpool did actually have a lot of promising talent and it just all fizzled out.
Yeah,
Whereas it was almost the opposite for Chelsea, where like some players actually came quite good, but they're all like Championship League One players, you know.
yeah.
Um, like a few notable names. Like I think the biggest prospect at the moment out of my group would probably be Michael Woods, um, 4.5 star, but he's playing with the first team at the minute.
Mhm.
Ryan Bertrand is doing quite well out on loan. He's currently at a 4-star setup, and Patrick Van Aanholt wouldn't be too far away from him actually. You know,
Mm.
but again, there's like so if I'm checking the under 21s, let's see. Yeah, there's a few other kind of like interesting little names here, but the best performing I'd say would probably be Adrian Pettigrew, but he's not going to go anywhere. If I'm being honest, Sam Hutchinson's doing okay. I might get him
Mm.
in for the cup game against Villa. Um, yeah, they're all okay prospects, but not great. You know, um,
Oh, that's a weird one. My under 21's assistant manager, Darren Davies, has been linked with the job at Southend.
he's
That's
obviously doing a great
random.
job. Clearly,
Excuse me.
oh great, Nigel De Jong is injured for 3 weeks.
Fantastic.
He injured himself after jumping. That's great, Nigel. That's not what we came. That's not what we bought you for, Nigel. We bought you to fucking
Oh,
play games, not get injured.
Birmingham have signed Yakubu.
Oh man, well that's actually a superb signing for Birmingham.
I know.
But fuck yours.
Yakubu. Well, there you go.
Yakubu.
Um, Phil Neville, Thomas Gravison, Mikel Arteta, Tony Hibbert, James
Oh yes,
McFadden, Nick Johnson.
you have a Merseyside Derby to look forward to in the FA Cup.
I do, yeah, I do.
Very nice.
Back to football. Merseyside Derby. Fucking
Yeah,
gets
of
in there,
course.
lads.
Yeah, of course.
Come
See, I am actually kind of unfortunately boxed in to play a weaker team in the FA Cup because the game 3 days later, Arsenal. And the game
Torres
three
is
games
out
after
for
that, Newcastle.
Torres is out for 4 weeks. Up to Torres.
Well, I don't somehow I get the feeling you're not really mourning his loss. dare I say.
No.
I mean, if we're being fair about it. Another name that keeps coming up on my scheduling list here is one Sergio Aguero, 19-year-old Argentine striker from
Oh yeah,
Atletico
if you have
Madrid.
the fucking money to indulge.
I do actually. I'm about to get an influx of 29 million quid.
I still don't think that's even enough.
According to his price range is 36 million. Again, I would if I had an
If you
opening, I would.
needed them. Yeah.
Yeah, if I needed them, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm actually genuinely really good with because the problem with Aguero is like he doesn't play wide.
Yeah.
He is like in this game he is like presently a like number 10 to number 9, whereas like I kind of want like maybe like a younger Claudio Pizarro, um that sort of stuff. Basically
Yeah.
that's at the start of the video. Like this, literally what I'm just looking for is younger squad players, to basically like lift the standard, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're doing okay. Again, in fairness, the challenge is not to like build a new Chelsea team. The challenge is to beat Man United. So really, once I'm kind of focusing on making the elite players more elite, that's all that really matters, you know.
That's true. I
So there's
may
one way.
need another right back. I don't know. I've got Chimbonda and I've got
Ooh.
Finnan. Got Finnan, I've got Chimbonda.
Oh my
And Carragher
goodness.
can play there.
I've just got a very tempting offer. An extremely tempting offer.
Four.
Arsenal have just offered me £12 million for Wayne Bridge.
Oh, okay. That's definitely one
Yeah.
you have to consider.
Yeah. I am very much considering it, which is why I'm now going to have a look and see is there anyone I can spend that money on? And there is.
You could get Tony Kroos, but he's only 18.
No. There's one name that's screaming at me here, if I can get screaming at me. It's actually two, but there's one that is substantially cheaper than the other. So, okay. This is going to be a very interesting switch.
You taking a risk?
Well, I'm not going to say yes to it at the moment.
Okay.
I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna say no, yes to it until I have the replacement in the bag. Because right now I've still got Ashley Cole out injured for the time being, and I really don't want to be shipping players off
So you're looking
at
for a
this
right
stage.
back?
Left back.
Left back.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. There's quite a few there.
Hmm.
And there's a young Leighton Baines, 23 years of age.
Well, we just had our recruitment meeting as well, so
Anyway,
yeah.
I've 36 million to spend in this fucking window. I don't need
Carlo could have genie really.
it. No, put it like it.
He's at the damaging his thighs. Like you're fine.
Oh,
You're
fuck off,
gonna be
United.
absolutely fine.
United beat Tottenham 1-0. Of course they did.
Well, so that set up an Arsenal. Oh, actually, they didn't. Spurs beat them,
Oh! Fuck you, United.
which means it's a North London derby for the Capital One Cup final.
Or the Coca-Cola Cup in my say.
I'm gonna have such a head about editing this. It's like, geez, Devin, I know you're living in the past, but this is fucking ridiculous.
I've gone further back. Apparently. Um, Wigan have signed Baba Collins, 19-year-old Baba Collins.
Oh, I see. We're missing Rafinha as well because he's playing in the other 23s in South America. That's interesting. Thankfully, Belletti is completely ignored by his national team, so that's fine.
Hmm, that might be a good addition. Hmm. Jesus Navas is only 22.
Okay, right. So negotiations are being made, Davo.
I'm walking away from the stupid negotiations that fucking my underage fucking setup are currently trying to sign. Like, why are they trying to sign this guy?
Because holy fuck, if this actually works, holy shit, I've made an improvement. But that
What
this
on
could possibly go down to
Wayne
the wire.
Bridge?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
again, like bear in mind Ashley Cole is still gonna be first choice. Like a squad like again, this is my like if I can replace a good squad player with a better squad player,
Sure.
that's pretty fucking good, you know?
That's decent. If you're talking
Yeah.
from a squad player point of view, then yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the hardest bit is like because like well even looking at like this month is gonna be fucking hellacious. Like this is probably yeah, I'd actually say February's probably my toughest month, you know, because I've got Villa now in a couple of days' time, Arsenal immediately after that, Newcastle, Birmingham, yourselves, Valencia, Man City, and then it's a little bit of a reprieve between Wigan and Fulham, but then I got
Hmm.
Valencia and Man United on the same week.
That's funny you should mention Valencia because my one of my original plans was to fuck Peter Crouch out of the team, sign
Yeah,
Nikola Zigic, and just whip balls in from the wide areas.
to be fair, look at how he's playing in the Champions League. That was probably a smashing idea, to be honest.
You know,
Should have gone with that.
that was one of my original plans. Jesus,
Yeah.
Ivan Helguera is 22. Hmm. Timo Hildebrand.
Hmm. Got former
Now,
goalkeeper, if I recall.
there is a name you don't see very often.
Hmm.
Hmm. Raul Albiol. So, so the left back that Madrid got to replace Marcelo um isn't doing too well.
Who did they get in?
Miguel Torres,
Oh dear.
21-year-old.
In
He's not
fairness,
doing too good.
I probably haven't been actually looking at the Spanish league all season, but like it doesn't seem to have gone well for Madrid this year. Granted,
No.
they've had a lot of like meddling because of outside interferences, but in canon, like they've had to like replace their manager twice this year.
Yeah,
Like, did we have Marcelo Lippi in there for
at
a
one
bit?
point I think, yeah.
Yeah. And in fairness, it's a fucking class team they have.
But you look at the Barcelona team and you just think, what the fuck?
That's the difference. You see, it's always relative.
This
Right.
team, Ronaldinho, for fuck's sake. I mean,
This is where it gets
Abidal.
interesting when we start meeting these big guns in Europe.
Yeah.
'Cause, again, the English league was not the May West around this time either. Like this was the high time of the Spanish league
Yeah.
and just ever so declining Italian league.
Hmm.
Then it really would catch fire when one Lionel Messi steps up for Spain and or for Barcelona, and then Mr.
Yep.
Ronaldo makes his way across.
I've got Everton, then Fulham, then Man United.
Indeed. Jeez, apparently, Well, one of these fucking rags is saying that Mikel Essien is a transfer top interest for uh yeah, Mikel Essien is a transfer target for Bayern Munich, and they're offering 70 million for him.
For who?
For Mikel Essien.
70 million.
Mm,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Wayne Bridge to Arsenal. And yes, you are gone after Leighton Baines, says the headlines.
That's the headlines. Okay. Okay. Right, well, we're waiting on that. Uh we'll and Rafinha has pulled his hamstring while on international duty. Well, that's made shot of my Christmas now, I'll be honest. Made shot of my Christmas altogether.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I literally have like I have a good couple of players now on the injury on the
On the
in the
table.
sick bay here. Yeah.
Chelsea make Leighton Baines offer. Daniel Van Boyten, one of my early attempts at signing, didn't really pan out.
Mm,
All righty. It's time to
okay.
get down to business.
FA Cup day. Let's do it.
The FA Cup day. It is Merseyside Derby day. It is Derby day. Oh, Merseyside. Pascal Chimbonda back to full health. Great to see. Alexander Patos away on international duty as well.
Yeah, that under 23s thing in South America seems to be kicking a few people's arses at the minute, but clearly we just shouldn't have been investing in talent around that age. Although Thiago Silva didn't get called up, strangely, which I'm gonna take as a bit of a saving grace, to be honest.
Who didn't get
Like I
called
said,
up?
Thiago Silva didn't get called up to this team. Or did he? Nope. Nope, he's here. Ready and waiting. Okay.
Right.
That's better off now. Actually see where I'm going.
How can I not play Steven Gerrard in Merseyside Derby? Go.
Oh, you started early, it seems.
And
Ah, I'm
Anfield
late.
is cleared for the Derby. Look
I'm
at that
the
lineup.
late I'm the late kickoff. So I am
And we're on the way.
I'm on the way, on the lads.
On the lads. First
Well,
highlight for Everton.
I shall play the Sterling role now that the now it's the fourth round and there's far less teams to worry about in this.
Yep.
Welcome back everyone to this special Soccer Saturday presentation from you at Sky Sports here with the FA Cup fourth round well underway now, and obviously the biggest occasion to note here is the Merseyside Derby between Liverpool and Everton happening at Anfield. But we will give you updates on all the goals happening across the country in this, perhaps the greatest cup competition in the world.
Ooh. Saved by Howard.
And of course, we will give you as many updates as we can. Obviously, the star attraction, the Merseyside Derby, and the early chances to be had here in the city of Liverpool. where both teams are looking to make a strong impression on that competition.
Say Brian. Well, let's don't let them pass through you. There you
Bear in
go,
mind,
John.
this is a Bobby Robson Everton team now. They're a bit
I
resurgent.
know, I know.
Gave us a decent innings now when we played them last week.
Yes!
And what you heard there
Yes!
was a snarling cheer from Dave Armstrong in the corner there as we have the first goal in the Merseyside Derby here today. Dave, tell us all about it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful finish as well. Gerrard kind of works the ball back to Xabi Alonso. He lifts it over Ryan Babel, just a deft touch from his head onto the left foot of John Arnorisa. And you know what his pace and his thunderous left foot fires in into the top corner past Howard. And we've the first goal of the derby, and it's Liverpool.
Yes, indeed. The deadlock has been broken early on with the phenomenal strike by the Norwegian John Arne Riise. Certainly really well worth his money here at Anfield, one of the legends currently in that squad.
Yeah, take your time. Oh, rush.
Mm.
Nice, nice, nice. Good move forward. A possession-based game that isn't Barcelona in '07. Who knew? Come on, Gerrard. Oh, big save from Tim Howard.
Liverpool really seem to have Everton under the cosh here, Dave Armstrong. A big chance there for the captain.
Yeah, pretty big one. We'll just follow up with the corner here from Gerrard to see if anything comes of it. It's one to the back post for Carragher, but picked up by Alonso on the edge of the area. Just that previous one there, Gerrard, that ball across goal, Robbie Keane, point blank, but it's a great save from Tim Howard. It really is. You know, just the build up and the calmness from Liverpool's play has been really good this first half.
Yeah, Everton seems to be hanging on with their fingernails here at the moment as Liverpool are trying to press on their advantage and try and double their advantage. Still currently 1-0 there at Anfield between the Merseyside rivals. What a strange little mishap here we are now. So now we have
Oh,
more of the goals from across the country here. But agony again for Dave Armstrong as another chance for Liverpool goes whistling by the post.
yeah, it's one of the shock signings so far this transfer window. Oh, he's done it again. The Frenchman, Sidney Govou, £7 million signing. He's just made a run down the right hand side. It was a phenomenal run. Oh, hold on, wait here a minute. We have a red card for Javier Mascherano. Been sent off in the Merseyside Derby for a really, really bad challenge. That really was a terrible challenge by Javier Mascherano. So red card in the Merseyside Derby, something we're used to saying here on Soccer Saturday. No, that's not surprise to anyone, is it? But he looks like he's going to shift Steven Gerrard inside, just beside Xabi Alonso. So we still have that wide area and Keane up front. Still two in midfield and four at the back. So he looks like he's just going to shift Gerrard away from that centre attacking role and into the midfield, just alongside Xabi Alonso. Give that defence still a little bit of a shore up. But I mean, we're only 28 minutes in, Jonathan. There's a long way to go.
Indeed, there is, and well, Everton were looking for an equaliser in this game, and they might have just found one. Although, granted, it's not exactly hit the back of the net, has it? But Javier Mascherano coming off for Liverpool will certainly put a little bit of
And it's a
blood into the
goal.
water for Everton. And speaking of Everton, we were just at Anfield and there has been a second goal in the Merseyside Derby. But for who, Dave Armstrong?
It's Everton, and it's a great corner from Leighton Baines, the potential Chelsea signing. If all goes well, he just whips it in, and it's Joleon Lescott and fires in inside the 6-yard box past Pepe Reina, and it's all square here on Merseyside.
Well, the momentum really has shifted in the FA Cup match between Liverpool and Everton. Remarkably enough, Liverpool, it looked like they have had everything under control. That is until Javier Mascherano's rush of blood to the head, and he's now off the pitch. Liverpool down to 10 men, and Joleon Lescott equalising for Liverpool.